Hi everyone, I just wanted to introduce myself and let you see the real me. My name is Lisa. I go by Lisa Fall Girl because my birthday is the first day of fall. Here you see me unfiltered and with no makeup on, but at least my hair looks good, so does my shirt. I just wanted to say I'm a single mom. I have three grown children from age 36, 31, and 25. I have four grandchildren. My oldest daughter, who's 31, has three girls, and my son, who's my oldest at 36, has a little boy. Now, I just found out that my oldest daughter is going to have another baby due January 1st. So, what a great start to the new year we're going to have. I'm really hoping this time that she has a little boy, since she already has three girls, and at least he will be 6 years young. Well, seven now, because my youngest granddaughter just turned seven. So the baby will be 7 years younger than my youngest granddaughter and 12 and a half years younger than the oldest. So hopefully he'll be able to hold his own against those three girls. But I love rock and roll. I retired from the mental health field. I used to work in a lockdown ward for SSM. I received my bachelor's degree in behavioral science, and I was attempting to go for my master's because I wanted to become a counselor or a therapist. I didn't want to go all the way and be a psychiatrist and be prescribing people medicine. I feel that talking about your problems really helps get to the heart of the matter. And when I worked at the hospital, the group that got the most amount of people in it was the music group at 3 o'clock. Everyone always joined that group. And that's because no matter what is wrong, even if you have Alzheimer's, which my grandma had, music connects the mind to what is going on. I could put on a CD for my grandma and she would start singing it word for word, yet couldn't remember who my mom was. But music is the only activity that uses your entire brain. So when you listen to music, that's why it makes you feel so good. Or if you're having a bad day and you listen to music, it can bring the sadness out and make you feel better after listening to the song because it has brought you to a point where you're at peace. And I just wanted to go live so everyone could see who I am, hopefully help build my channel. I eventually want to start talking more about mental health and how it affects your everyday life, since that is what I worked in. And I know that there are so many people, especially now, struggling to keep their mental health afloat with everything that is going on in the world. And I just want you to know that even though we can't message each other, if you're ever having a bad day and you need help, I'm the one that you can talk to. I understand. I've been through a lot of hardships in my life. My mom and dad divorced when I was young. I had a lot of issues that I had to work through with childhood trauma, and then being married to a very abusive man. He wasn't physically abusive, he was mentally and emotionally abusive. And in 93, I went to leave him and he locked me in the house. And I was actually talking to my mom, telling her I was coming over because we were fighting. And back then, deadbolts did not have that little click on the inside. You actually had a key, and he always thought it was funny to take the key out of the door if I wanted to leave, and he didn't want me to. So the police came and said that if he didn't let me out, he was going to be arrested for felonious restraint. And I just want to take a moment to thank you that have joined my live. Sienna, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, or CN, Amit, and RD2 Shorts. Thank you. I really appreciate you joining my live. I hope to be doing more of these soon. I do have my granddaughters quite a bit, but my daughter's only working part-time now since she's pregnant. And I just wanted to give you a little information about me and my channel. Of course, I didn't put Fall Girl on there, which I usually do. I decided to go with 420 since it was the time they were making everything legal. And I do believe that that helps so much more than all this pills that doctors try to give you. I believe in natural remedies and that kind of thing. But I appreciate everyone coming to my live. Hi! Hi, Jerry Johnson. What do you mean RD2 Shorts catfish you? What do you mean by that? That tooth hurts. No, this tooth right here, I was attacked at the mental hospital that I worked at. And the guy hit me in the face and he busted my nose, he busted my tooth. And it's not very nice to come on and to try to make fun of people. And it doesn't matter because my own stepmother tried to criticize me for my teeth and tell me that I was ugly because I looked like my mom. So you're going to have to do a little more than that to bring me down. It doesn't matter. Here I am with no makeup and no filters. I am authentically me, and if you can't handle it and you have nothing better to do than to want to come in and be rude to people, there, he's gone. Thank you, Jerry. I appreciate you. I know there was someone in here who was trying to be mean, but I really did get attacked at the hospital, and that's why I left. And it was on Thanksgiving Day of 2019. The guy who came in had been in several times, and he was approximately 35 or 40, but he had the mental capacity. His baseline was that of a 15 to an 18-year-old. And he was having food aggression all day. And at dinner time, I had to get him, after he'd been destroying things all day, he'd been sedated once. As soon as I turned around, I was giving someone their dinner tray. I lifted the lid off, and he punched it into my face. So my nose was broken in through here, deviated my septum, which was fixed. He busted this tooth and broke in half, so I have a cap on it. And my bottom teeth almost went through my lip. I have a spasm in, not a spasm, but I get spasms in my neck from that. So I left the hospital and I went to, well, I actually had a job, but COVID came. I was going to work for the Advanced Center for Medicine through BJC, but the job ended because of COVID. And later that year I worked for Anthem, and when my contract ended, my mom had had her second stroke, so now I stay home and I take care of her. I did work one more contract for them, but it just got to be too much. My mom did have another stroke, and after her third stroke, her entire right side was paralyzed, and she worked through therapy and us helping her, and now she can walk around and get around. It's just her speech. She can't always get everything out. Thank you, Jerry. I appreciate that. And thank you for joining my live. This is my first time going live on YouTube, so I'm trying to think of some things to discuss here. Eventually, I'm going to do this more often, and I want to speak mainly about mental health. But sometimes I'd like to talk about music because I really like music, and music resonates with everyone. And as I said at the beginning of this, music is the only activity that uses your entire brain, every part of it. Yeah, music can make your day good. If you're having a bad day, you can put on music, it'll make you feel better. Sometimes you just need to have music to cry and get it all out. And then it releases that inside you and makes you feel better, because if you don't tackle the problems that you're going through and get them out, they're going to build up inside you, and you're either going to explode on someone, or you're going to feel so bad about yourself and end up being depressed. I appreciate you for being here, Jerry. I appreciate you subscribing and liking, and I will check your channel and I'll subscribe to you even if you don't have any content on there. And if you're ever having a bad day, post a comment on one of my videos and I'll be happy to talk to you. I know we can't message anymore on YouTube, but I planned on being a counselor, and I do like helping people. It's something about me. I always have. Maybe it's because of that saying that you like taking care of people because it heals the part of you that wasn't taken care of when you were growing up. You're welcome, Jerry. Thank you so much. I hope you have a great day. Thanks for joining my live, and I'm going to go now. Have a great Tuesday. Thank you. Bye. Thanks, Jerry. I appreciate that. Later.